Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Fermi Paradox. When last we left off, we have the Vulcans here working to populate all three of these planets. The Esh grew longer hair, and the Domani sent off the prison expedition ship, which almost crashed and burned. But I just realized at the end of last episode that it is heading for Earth, so we really don't want it to crash and burn. We want to have some contact here. We want to have something happening. So we really need to fix the growth and try to contain everything bad so that it all ends well for it. What discoveries await us in this solar system? A new Domani prison expedition ship, Sage Captain, is appointed. Paradigm shift. What do you got? Test tube royalty. The hell does that mean? With advanced bioarchaeology and new replication techniques, humans can now create clones of long-deceased monarchs from the ancient past. What? An interesting moral and legal challenge awaits the human-plagued sectors if these royal clones make any claims to own property or even rule over territories on Earth. What a bizarre thing. Maria the Delightful ruled over half of Kepler long before our times. There are freaky ancient laws that would give geckos of her bloodline real power. What if we just grew a whole army of Her Majesty? What? What a weird thing. God, they are so close. Cultural expansion, cultural descent. I feel like we should go with cultural descent, right? The replicated monarchs are granted legal claims to ancient lands on Earth. Rival plagued sectors compete over royal gene stock and access to cloning facilities. What a bizarre... Yeah, let's lean heavily into that. Gain some synthesis from it, too. Alright. Back to the expedition ship. Alright. No, dang it. That was the wrong direction for the growth to go. I don't want the growth to go down. I want it to go up. Alright, they refit a section of their ship. That's a good thing. Let's see here. The Domani prison expedition Sage Captain settles a major conflict amongst the crew. That is good. I guess tech level can go up here. Alright, human growth, or not human growth, sorry. Domani growth. We want them to be able to repopulate. What discoveries await us in this solar system? They reached it. They did it. Oh boy. Human clone kingdoms. The Domani prison expedition ship made contact with the human clone kingdoms. After numerous years of travel, the Domani prison expedition ship has finally arrived at its destination, but the solar system is inhabited by the human clone kingdoms. What is going to happen when the Domani make contact with the humans? Our foremothers never asked to be discovered. The moment the others came with a ship from the stars, everything changed about our world and we could never go back. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Oh boy. So let's see. Let's go through all of these options, because I think it's the first time I've ever actually had this happen where two societies met like this. So, exchange. The Domani land on Earth and try to directly communicate with the human test tube monarchs. Aggressive reaction is at 46%, so we have just a little over a 50-50 chance of success here. Observation. The Domani prison expedition ship observes the human clone kingdoms from a safe distance, determining if the humans are a threat, which has a very low chance of success. And then we got extermination. After first contact, both sides are hostile toward each other, and the Domani prison expedition ship decides to attack the solar system with full force. So, see, this is the problem. It's like, why can't there be a war where one side isn't completely exterminated, I guess? But so the total destruction of Earth is 86%. And it's also going to cause Domani ethic and harm value. Oh, it's going to raise the harm potential of the Domani. Got it. Okay. I think we're going to go for exchange. Because it still could go very wrong. We don't know. We're still rolling the dice. Almost 50-50 here. Let's go for it. The Domani and the humans are getting to know each other. Initiation of talks. The Domanis and the humans exchange information about each other. After years of intense communication, the Domani prison expedition ship continues its journey to another star system. Oh, interesting. So they have a positive thing. Our birth planet is long forgotten. We will remember forever the wondrous worlds we visited while crossing the galaxy and the kindness of the strange beings given to us. You know what? It's like, I guess it's the most positive thing they could have done, but it sucks because I kind of wanted them to just like land and be there, right? Okay. So, oh, but now we're in negotiation. Okay, so we could do mutual enlightenment, which we can't. We don't have enough resources for it. We could do shared resources, which means that everybody gains growth and everybody gains a lot of resources. Or we can do antagonism. The Domani leave Earth after tensions grow between them. That sounds more like it. The Domani leave Earth after tensions grow between them and the human clone kingdoms. Both parties expand their military capabilities after this encounter. Let's go with that option. And they're headed away now. They're like, we're done with this. Humans can now build vast metroplexes, urbanizing the entire surface of Earth. Okay. The Vulkan Empires begin using large machines to synthesize water from elements in the atmosphere. In the dry deserts of Gili Sea, the water is incredibly precious and allows Vulcans to enrich the arid landscape. Why do I feel like we've already had this happen before? They might have had a dead end last time. Yeah. The machines require enormous amounts of resources to build, making them impractical for mass use. Okay. So, where are they headed? The Domani prison expedition ship. They're headed... Wait, toward the Rigel system. Is that this? Yeah, they're headed towards our fish. Nice. Let's see if we can get their growth up so that they're not... So they can actually make it there. The Domani crew refit a section of their ship. A new generation of Domani prison expedition ship officers takes over system maintenance. God, their dystopia is so high, or so low now. High, low? I guess they've got a lot of dystopia. This escape may be the noblest Domani endeavor of our time. Neurocomputers simulate efficiency protocols for the Domani prison expedition ship crew. Okay. Will we reach our destination safely? This is the question, isn't it? Okay, most of the crew died after their cybernetic implants buckled their brains. Oh, an armed conflict threatens the Vulcans. The captain's brawl. Hostilities between the captains of the Vulcan rocket swarm is at an all-time high. After a heated argument, one of the captains orders their crew to fire the atomic missiles at the other ships. So anyway, I started blasting. Okay. Regular conflict, total war. Regular conflict could be okay. I don't know, total war though. We could gain 10 synthesis, but then we'd be severely impeding this new ship. I think let's go for regular conflict. The surprise attack on the ships is deadly, and the atomic missiles take the lives of many Vulcans. Okay. What discoveries await us in the Sirius system? They went from peaceful, sex-loving to all of a sudden, like, blowing each other up in space. Yeah, let's make sure the resources are high. And... speaking of resources, how are the Sirens doing? They've got a resource crisis going on. Fossil fuel reservoirs are becoming scarce in the Ross system, and the effects of promiscuous effects of promiscuous decadence has brought the Siren civilization to a breaking point. Will the administrations find ways to prevent the complete exhaustion of their environment, or will they turn against each other? Let's see. Do we roll the dice? Do we go for war? I think war might be our better option, actually, because it's going to cool down the growth a bit. I mean, we have a 50-50 chance for crisis. Scarcity causes discord and competition among the Sirens. Knowledge diminishes while the administrations of Ross fight over dwindling resources. Do we go for war? Let's try crisis. Let's roll the dice here. Let's see. So scarcity causes discord and competition among the Sirens. Knowledge diminishes while the administrations of Ross fight over dwindling resources. Let's see what happens. Mitigation in Ross. The infrastructure of Siren society is falling apart because fossil fuel reservoirs are becoming scarce. Many technological advancements are not sustainable anymore. Computer hubs are left behind, and the people of Ross are trading knowledge for survival. Okay. So we can do regular mitigation, which will take a little hit to their tech but gain them resources. We could do strong mitigation, which would take a larger hit to tech. Or technology decay. Oh boy, that'll regress them back to the industrial age. That is, I feel like that's so far ago. Right? That's... Is that tech level 5? I'm trying to remember what's between the industrial age, because it's the nautical age, the industrial age, the something age. Oh, the information age, and then the digital age. So we'd be going back, I think, 2 more levels. But we'd be gaining 20 synthesis. And resources. Why not? Let's do that. Regress back to the industrial age. Here we go. All the way back. 20 synthesis. That's pretty good. I think we'll take that. We'll take it and use it. Okay. Yeah, we'll just take regular synthesis. Oil scarcity led to large steps in the development of Siren society. We can get back up. We can get that back up. Lower potential casualties. Their growth is still super high. The Esh have reached the land crawler age. Ages spent speculating about the desolate, dry lands above are ended when the Esh begin the construction of self-contained vehicles capable of exploring, settling, and exploiting the environment on the surface world of Rigel 7. Every jagged edge threatened to puncture our craft, spilling our precious fluids into the dry expanse, leaving us to flop in the merciless heat of the surface lands, and yet we pressed on, our curiosity more plentiful than our fear. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, look at that. I love this. It's like they've got, like, tech weave around them. Look at their faces. You can feel like you can actually see a defined face now. Let's see, we can go for wisdom, which will actually give us synthesis. Or power, which requires synthesis. So let's go for wisdom. Esh researchers study geothermal vents to obtain a better understanding of their ice planet and make astounding discoveries in steam power. Alright. Let's see, how are we doing? Domani Sage conglomerates. Doing okay. Just making sure the potential casualties are lower. The Domani reach the Solar Age. Overcoming previous limits of propulsion and engineering, Domani are now able to build ships capable of exploring and colonizing their own solar system. I mean, they already made a ship. Advanced AI are built to escort them on their journey, while mastery of genetic engineering allows Domani and their crops to adapt to new colonies. Okay, alright. Oh man, why is everybody taking off the masks? We don't need the masks off. Again, it costs us synthesis to do the not so great option, so I think we'll just keep going with wisdom. Gain synthesis. Orbital space labs develop tech to allow Domani to expand even further into the cosmos. Alright. Let's see here. How are the Vekai doing? Their growth is still real low. I feel like if something bad were to happen, they are going to be out. So let's see here. Establish a new muster. Let's keep going with regular synthesis. Let's see if we can get them to the next tech level. I think that's our focus here. The proof of underworld manifest on their world. Development event. Growth in Kepler. New continent. Oh, wow. One of the continents of the primordial world, Kepler 4, is barely settled by the Vekai. Now they are able to cross the ocean with huge sailing ships and colonize the new lands. I have come to believe that this is a mighty continent which was hitherto unknown. That's how Christopher Columbus sounds, by the way. He sounds like a Vekai. Okay, alright. Civilization pillar. I mean, I think we'll go with regular development. We don't need that much growth, plus we'll gain synthesis. I think synthesis is like my #1 goal. I want to be greedy. I want the synthesis. So a little bit of growth is good stuff. Let's lower their ethical values. Let's lower their ethical values again. And let's lower their, yeah, because they're at overkill warning. Ah, but I just fixed that. Harm potential is still pretty high, though. So let's see if we can't... Rider invasions cause suffering and despair amongst the Vekai. A once powerful muster falls on Kepler 4. I think growth is good where it's at. We just need to lower these potential casualties, and I think we'll be okay. Alright. How is the ship doing? Ship destruction! Great! Cyberlink collapse. The entire crew of the Domani prison expedition ship, regardless of whether they are awake or in cryosleep, are connected. So it's collapsing again? You didn't fix it after the last time? I guess minimal survivors again? We could go for complete extinction, but... I mean, close call is free. Minimal survivors is... That's weird. Minimal survivors is costs us. Close call is free, so why don't we go with close call? Onboard cyberneticists detect and the design flaw of the brain interface network and fix it before any catastrophe can happen. Catastrophe! Let's see here. I guess, yeah, we'll just keep going. Keep on keeping on. Potential casualties. I think I want to lower that one. Their growth is going down. We still need to raise their species growth up, because that's where this harm potential is going to really screw us in the long run. Vulcans reach the digital age. Hey, they're back up already. Yeah. Good for you guys. So let's see, do we go for advancement? Wisdom costs us, power does not. But we don't gain anything from that. Yeah, let's go for advancement. Let's go for advancement. I'm going to go back to the Domani prison ship here and see if we can't get their growth up before something really bad happens. The Domani prison expedition ship crew counselors inspire the codification of peaceful first contact protocols. This escape may be the noblest Domani endeavor of all time. This escape, like escape of the planet, is that what you're talking about? A brilliant cyberneticist findings are a topic of discussion among the crew. How are the humans doing? Are you making ships yet? Nope. Matrix obsession. Many humans dive deep into the hyper-realistic virtual worlds and fantastic computer simulations. Will they spend their entire lives connected to the global network matrix and stop forming social connections with other humans? Ay. Do we lean into that? For 2? Massive depopulation for 2. I mean, that would be more of a benefit to us, really, because we're gaining a little bit of synthesis, but their growth is pretty high. And the resource scarcity is in 25 years. So let's go for that one. It's actually going to benefit us. But in the long run, it could be some really cool things. So why live in the real world when you can simulate everything? All humans withdraw into virtual worlds. The resulting social isolation leads to a drastic fall in the population's numbers. It's like WALL-E, but creepier. Yeah, let's go ahead and up our resources, because they've only got 25 years of resources here before everything goes kaput. Memes promoting environmental conservation measures circulate. If an alien civilization does exist somewhere in the galaxy, it is very likely to be a synthetic one. I'm thinking... Yeah, we don't want the growth. I think, honestly, like, a lack of growth would be ideal here. Take them a little hit to their tech. Alright, how's the rocket swarm doing? Vulkan power! Dance of the ships. Concerned about the possible hostilities at the end of their long journey, the officers of the Vulkan rocket swarm declare that the fleet must prepare for battle. Okay. They set out a plan for regular drills and military formation, as well as running elaborate war games to make sure the fleet's officers are ready for any situation. Huh. There was something heartbreakingly beautiful about the lights of distant ships. I thought it was something that touched both on human achievement and the vastness against which those achievements seemed so frail. It was the same thing whether the lights belonged to a caravel battling the swell on a stormy horizon, or a diamond-hulled starship which had just sliced its way through interstellar space. Ooh, Chasm City by Alistair Reynolds. That does sound very beautiful. Do we go for absolute power? I think we do. Constant drills are put into place, and soon the Vulkan rocket swarms become a well-oiled military machine. The fleet's captains learn to fly in beautiful and deadly patterns as they train for every scenario. Let's go with that. Members of the Vulkan rocket swarm crew recycle more than they consume. This is a good thing. Brilliant scientists' findings are a topic of discussion amongst the crew. Does our captain have the wisdom to guide us well? What discoveries await us in the Sirius system? A decorated Vulkan rocket swarm captain retires from active service. I think... Let's keep going with the Domani prison expedition ship. We just need to focus on getting their growth to something. Something higher. Come on. Come on. Oh, the Vakai have now finally got to another... They've gotten to the industrial age. Alright. Finally, something... They're catching up. Oh, look at their little sash. They got like... Oh, they've got buttons. Oh, they've got a three-piece suit over here. Look at how dapper they are. Look at that distinguished gentleman. Funny enough, I think I want to go for wisdom. I mean... Gets me synthesis, but then also too it's gonna be weird because it doesn't really do much to their ethical value because they're in dystopia. This age sees an explosion in the Vakai potential for telecommunication via radio waves. Mass-produced goods, including new medicines, could improve the lives of many. Alright. How are the Esh doing? They've reached the nuclear age. These guys are just catching up so fast. When rocket technology begins to take off, the race for space dominance among the emerging superpowers of Rigel 7 is on. Send the fish into space. Oh, they got pearls now. Were those there before? I can't remember. Or maybe those aren't pearls. Those are probably, you know, bubbles for breathing. Let's see here. Wisdom costs us a lot. Power and advancement both cost us the same amount. I think I'm going to go with advancement. The Esh could achieve the dream of space travel in this age with superhighways now connecting most cities. It might also be a good time to start thinking about reducing fossil fuel consumption. Okay. The Esh maintain populous residential areas with large-scale energy production methods. Siren Administrations, how are they doing? They're sending signals into space. Or Ross's. No, yeah, that's right. The administrators of Virgo discovered the power of propaganda broadcasted via radio messages. Wireless broadcasts reach countless sirens with the latest political doctrine. In fact, these signals are so strong, they will reach outer space. Okay. So, signal boost. Yes. Propaganda is very effective on the sirens, and they are flooded day and night with radio messages enforcing the current political doctrine. The signal is strong, drifting out into space to reach other systems one day. Yeah. Strongest we can do. So this is... Oh my gosh, we were so close to these guys actually getting the signal, and then they're going to get this one from over here. Oh gosh, we're visited by the... Huh. Target Sirius System. They were visited by the Domani. Okay. I think let's just see where these guys are at. Well, these guys are at. Is it possible there are any planets like our own orbiting distant stars? Okay. I say let's go back to the Domani, just sort of see where they're at, making sure they're alive. Hey, growth. That's what we need. Grow us up. Will we reach our destination safely? Shrug like a Domani. I do not know. I do not know if we will reach it safely. Maybe. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. This is the big question, one of life's great mysteries. Alright. Okay, resource crisis. Figured that was going to come for these guys. Deep ore scarcity. The deep ore deposits are becoming scarce in the Sol system. The effects of innate consumption brought the human civilization to a breaking point. While they are dealing with the resource scarcity, will the clone kingdoms find ways to prevent the complete exhaustion of their environment, or will they turn against each other? Okay. So we could have war, which gets us synthesis. Both crisis and precaution have pretty high chance of things going horribly wrong. I kind of want to roll the dice on crisis a bit, but let me see here. Yeah, I kind of want to roll the dice on crisis. Let's see this. Scarcity. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty high. Scarcity causes discord and competition among the humans. Knowledge diminishes while the clone kingdoms of Sol compete for the dwindling resources. Let's see what happens. Hostility in Sol. With deep ore becoming rare, the human clone kingdoms are preparing for the worst and protecting the vanishing resources. Royal soldiers are deployed next to vital cloning centers, and the inhabitants of Sol are too busy preparing for conflict to tackle the root of the scarcity crisis. Ours is a world of nuclear giants and ethical infants. We know more about war than we know about peace, more about killing than we know about living. That is very true. So what are our options? We can have regular hostility, strong hostility, total war. Yeesh. Regular hostility costs us, but is not terrible. Strong hostility is going to take us... take a hit to our tech and to our potential casualties, or total war, which would be, oh gosh, 5.2 billion casualties. That might be okay though, honestly, because our resources are going to be exhausted in 100 years. Why don't we do total war? And just see where the chips fall. Let chaos reign. The deep ore crisis escalates in no time. Royal soldiers fight aggressively over access to cloning centers, and orbital fighter squads destroy entire metroplexes. The human civilization sinks deeper and deeper. Oh boy. Okay. All things considered, not terrible. Could we defend ourselves against an alien invasion? Probably not. What about the Domani sage communities? Knowledge and Vex. Genius cloning. In hopes of making their society even smarter, the Domani replicate the DNA of extraordinary scientists and create clones of these brilliant individuals. What could go wrong, honestly? This is like the exact opposite of what the humans did. The humans brought back political figures, and they're bringing back smart people. Sorry, that's kind of seemed a little condemning of political figures, but in a way, if I would choose power or intelligence, I would go with intelligence, personally. It takes a stupid person to be smart in a stupid world. And the ship's just going to go right past them again. Civilization, pillar, regular development, or dead end. They're almost at the final stage here, but dead end is so not even worth it. So I guess let's go for regular development. Brilliant clone minds with brilliant clone upbringings advance the Domani in many areas of scientific inquiry. Alright. And I think we'll leave it there for today, folks. If we look at our lovely radio waves, we are this close, so very, very close, for the Vakai to know that they're not alone in the universe. We still happen to have a Vulkan rocket swarm headed towards Sirius, so there should be population here shortly, and we'll see if the Domani prison expedition ship will be able to make it to the Esh states over here. And my god, we'll see if they decide to destroy the Esh or not. But ladies and gentlemen, if you liked this video and you want to see more of what's coming on the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos, like this video so it shows up in the YouTube algorithms, and as always, folks, I will see you in the next game.